Take a look at that stock, though. And it had been up when Sarah was doing it at the top of the show, 110%. Yeah, the meme trade made.
The original and favorite meme stock is having a very green day.
I don't know what's happening. All I know is he's been posting on Twitter today. He's posted probably about 5 videos so far.
He's back! GameStop stock did up over 90% today after Roaring Kitty.
This is huge news. GameStop exploded as much as 100%, all due to a single post by Roaring Kitty.
Well, slap me across the ass and call me George. GameStop is running again. Roaring Kitty is back. Andrew Tate is in. Ditto for Portnoy. And rumors are ablaze. The shorts are a-burning. Of course, this doesn't have anything to do with fundamentals. This is about sticking it to the man.
Given the current declining retail space and the past performance of GameStop, how can you possibly expect them to generate positive EBITDA moving forward?
EBITDA? More like EBITDA don't.
What kind of discounted cash flow model could you possibly be using to justify this $9 billion market cap?
Fuck you, Jim Chanos. Anyways, ignore the nerds, because it's not just GameStop. AMC is running too. Let's dive in. The move in the memes began Monday morning when the all-time classic GameStop jumped by 38% following a sudden tweet by Roaring Kitty after a 3-year hiatus from Twitter. That's right, a bona fide bricks and mortar business saw the value of its equity increase 38% in pre-market trading because some guy that goes by the pen name of Roaring Kitty posted a picture to Twitter. Maybe the Fed does need to jack rates higher. But the nuttiness didn't end there. The equity ended up halting 9 times yesterday morning before trading began to cool off. At one point, the equity was up an insane 118% before it leveled off with a 74% gain on the day. The equity did over 22 times its normal daily volume, trading around 176 million shares on the day, or over $6 billion in trading dollar value terms. This, of course, had some follow-on effects to the other classic meme stocks. Well, BBBY may no longer be with us, AMC is still around to catch some wind. And boy, did it ever. While it may not have set a new 52-week high, it did jump as much as 102% on the day and somehow managed to post a bigger gain in percentage terms than GameStop did, finishing the day up 79%. Again, this action was all predicated on a single tweet by Roaring Kitty, whose real name is Keith Gill. Gill established himself as a day trader after previously working for the Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company, also known as Mass Mutual. During the pandemic, Gill and other investors banded together in Reddit groups like Wall Street Bets, leading to the creation of meme stocks, which included names such as GameStop, AMC, and retailer Bed Bath & Beyond, and led to the bafflement of professional investors in Wall Street. Credited as one of the original forces behind the meme stock craze in 2021, Gill's financial career was top-ticked by a virtual hearing he was involved in before the House Financial Services Committee in relation to that insane price action on GameStop.
A few things I am not. I am not a cat. I am not an institutional investor. As for me, I like the stock.
And then there is the Alpha. Andrew Tate has seemingly entered the fray, asking his followers yesterday morning if he should drop $1 million on GameStop. Apparently, he's new to the whole trading thing, though, claiming that the entire system is a scam upon the first halt in trading from volatility. Despite the claims of rigged markets, an hour later, he was proclaiming that he would never sell his position and that he has diamond hands until he stops breathing. And then it got weirder. Tate claimed that the entire thing was a spiritual battle.
I'll tell you why. We're in a spiritual battle, friends. Please understand, this is good versus evil.
And that he'd buy every share he could, despite the halts, which he was working around by using multiple brokerages in different countries and different banks, which he can do because he's an alpha.
And right now, as they continue to halt trading and make it more and more difficult for me to buy across multiple brokerages in different countries with different banks, it keeps halting for some reason.
But apparently the halts are all the fault of some vaccinated dude who has a small Johnson.
And the reason is there's some guy with a vaccine sitting in a room who's very upset that we're doing things we're not supposed to do. we're creating memes and we're laughing and we're having a joke. And he's pissed off because it's supposed to be the big corporate machine crushing the common man. He sits there with his shirt and tie, and he wants everything to be the status quo while they rip us all off. And now we're doing something they don't like. So they're getting upset, and that matters.
Anyways, the Alpha seemed to be in a bit of a manic state with a slew of random tweets to follow and even more videos.
This is about pissing off some dork somewhere in Wall Street with a fucking vaccine and a tiny Johnson. That's what this is about, and I don't care what it fucking costs. I'm Diamond Hands till the end on GameStop.
Then Tate Portnoy jumped in on the action, telling us that he was disappointed he missed out on the fun and that Superman wished he had Roaring Kitty's superpower.
Roaring Kitty. All I have asked, Roaring Kitty. All I've asked.
Of course, if you're interested in the fundamentals of GameStop, which it really isn't the trade here, but still, you just might be curious, the company lost $203 million in operating cash flow over the last reported 12 months, which tells us how much money the company lost on an operating cash flow basis. But they actually made money on a net income basis to the tune of $6.7 million. This was largely thanks to nearly $50 million in interest income from the company's large cash position and marketable securities. Now, the difference between the operating cash flow and net income largely boils down to GameStop paying down accounts payable. This is largely thanks to the company generating $1.7 billion in equity offerings since the pandemic, all thanks to Roaring Kitty and the meme stock traders plowing their money into the stock. Overall, if you want a fundamental reason to own the stock, you're going to have to look at something forward-looking, because it's not in the historic performance of the company. Now, for a company with a $9.3 billion market cap, nearly $1.1 billion of cash and marketable securities on the balance sheet, and a core business that effectively loses money, you have to look at the company's ability to leverage the brand into online gaming opportunities and make smart strategic decisions with that remaining cash, which is a long shot to make sense at this valuation. But that's not all that they have going for them. They have a stock that works, which is something. It means they have a cheap cost of capital and the backing of the retail community should they be able to find a smart strategic path forward. But still, I digress. No one owns GameStop because of fundamentals. They own it because it's fun and they simply think it's going higher, which might sound insane. Someone once said to me, there's a difference between investing and going to the casino. Whether we're talking about small cap or risk stocks or meme stocks, the truth is that we all know what we're doing here. We're going to the casino, and it's about fun. It's about getting loud on social media, and most importantly, it's about sticking it to the man. In fact, some accounts on Twitter are reporting that shorts in GME and AMC lost nearly $2 billion on Monday. Something that's incredibly hard to prove, but could very well be true. So, although there's a pretty good chance that nobody cares about GameStop and AMC by the end of the week, I will say this. If you're putting money on the line, try not to put money that you can't afford to lose down. I'm talking about your grocery money, your money to put your kid in soccer, your gas money, whatever it may be. Try not to do it the same way you wouldn't do it at the casino. But also this, have fun, get loud, and guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. Are you buying in to GameStop and AMC? Are meme stocks back? Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for watching.